Welcome back to the presidential suite at the Park Plaza Hotel in Boston, Massachusetts. We are going to continue discussing what happened in the recent Pro Smooth at the DBDC. Coming all the way from Los Angeles and finishing fourth in each dance and fourth in the competition, we had Yegor and Alexandra. Marat, what do you feel about them?
Yegor and Alexandra are a very tall couple. I'm always amazed by the determination of them regarding their space. Sometimes, for my taste, they occasionally do it a little bit in the artificial way, sometimes overcooking the frontal plane idea away from each other. They get away with it because of their lengths, but for my taste, this is a little bit of a bad posture. But other than that, Yegor's ability and skills from his previous Latin dancing really helps him. It also stands out how he's very focused in his, literally in his focus, in his eyes. And this really makes him stand out, and his performance delivery therefore is very clear and convincing, shall I say. I guess that's all I want to say about them.
Okay, Diana.
So I'm with Marat. I agree about everything he said, but I will just also add that I feel that some of the ways they choose to create their connections, particularly for their ballroom pieces, advertise them as not folding into each other very well. And they are long-limbed and can easily look, I don't want to say awkward because they're amazing dancers, but the transitions are so much what we look for in this style. And I feel that the way they fold into ballroom connections most of the time looks a little stilted and a little forced at each other, and I think a little bit of the posture is why they almost kind of crack off of each other, and it doesn't create the volume that you would then expect from their ballroom frame. It should be super dominating because of their length, but sometimes it falls a little bit short. And I love Yegor's dancing in particular, but I wish that as a couple they could create a little bit more intention inside the couple, between the two of them, that would kind of carry a little bit more of a characterization and emotion as a couple, rather than seeing Yegor and seeing her a little bit separately. Yeah.
So I think when I think of this team, it comes to mind of an old technique that they talked about when they talked about swing, and that was the three forces of swing. And one was gravity, the next was muscular, the next one was inertia or follow through. And I just feel I get all muscular power. And it actually is impressive. I mean, you look across the floor and you just see them moving, basically like athletes like jogging across, and it's impressive because you see them fly across. But then when you analyze the movement as far as swing goes, I'm like, well, that's not really swing. And I think they're talented enough to do it, but I think that could really help. And I think they'd be just as dynamic. It would just add a whole other element to their dancing, and I think that would be beautiful. I have to say Igor's musicality is exciting to me. I mean, the potential I see in his musicality, but I think it's hampered by not understanding the element of swing. And I've been told that he actually looks at the old movie musicals to be inspired. I think that's great. I think that's really wonderful. But I think bringing those other elements in will really help. Another thing is, of course I can't know this, but I would really encourage Alexandra to, who's also very talented, to do more self-practice. Maybe she does, I don't know, but I don't see that when I watch her movement. I see a lot of sloppy footwork things. I see a lot of actions that kind of off balance. Sometimes her back even goes, and then they kind of. So, and I think if she self-practices a lot, I think it's going to help that. And I think could be just as dominating as he is on the floor if she really spends that time. And if she does, I guess just do more. But because then I think she'll really own her own part and really know what she wants to dance. And then I think they could be a very strong force to be reckoned with.
Oh, great answers. Something for you guys to really think about. Once again, they've danced DBDC or BBC or whatever the hell it was ever called. They've been here a few times. They seem to like Boston, and we love having you here. Well done, guys. Let's see what happened in the top 3. Okay, guys, do not go anywhere, because we're going to be back with more from the Pro Smooth at the recent DBDC that was held in Boston, Massachusetts.